Instead of me, so I hope that everybody will get a little something out of it. My name is Blue Tap, and I own Blue's Art House Graphics and Web Design. I started my business in 1998, so I've been doing this for 20 years, which is forever in internet time. So the internet has changed so much in the past 20 years. It's just not even the same thing at all. But one of the biggest changes is that the way that social media has just completely taken over the entire internet. In so many ways, social media has just transformed our entire culture. So, so because of that, it is very important for businesses today to have at least part of your marketing strategy include social media. There's just no way around it. I know some older business owners, like my age, older, kind of don't want to do that necessarily because they don't, it's a lot of new stuff to learn, but you really need to take some time and do that these days. It's very important for a lot of people, as we've heard some of you say. That is the main way that you're going to connect with your customers these days. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What I've given you is just an outline of what I'm going to talk about today, so it's not really going to mean that much to you unless you take notes, except for the post ideas list, which I'll get to in a minute. So what I want to start off with, though, is show you some statistics so we can see a little bit about what's going on with social media these days. So this first chart that I want to show you is social media use. This is from Pew Research Center, which you've all heard of. Social media use in 2018. So this is right now. This is very current statistics. So take a look at this. Can you see that okay? Okay. So you see this top blue line right here? That's Facebook. This is percentage of U.S. adults who use the following social media sites online. So I don't know if that means they use it every day, use it regularly, but we've got 68% of all the adults in the entire country using Facebook. That's well over half. That's a lot of people, okay? Facebook is really important. And then this surprised me when I was doing my research for this presentation. Do you see that little red dot above Facebook? I don't know why there isn't a line for YouTube like most of these others have, but notice where it is. It's above Facebook. I was really shocked to find this out. So we've got 73% of all U.S. adults on YouTube, using YouTube, probably using it regularly. I find that astounding, okay? Almost 3/4 of all the adults in this country are using YouTube. We're not even going to talk about YouTube today. That might be a future presentation. Don't get any ideas, Venus. But if you are not using YouTube right now for your marketing, definitely consider it. I do YouTube marketing for some of my customers, and I can tell you that it can be very effective. So if you don't already have a good short promo video for your business or your organization, consider hiring a multimedia company to create something for you, and then you can use that for YouTube marketing. And also you can use it with Google AdWords marketing and Facebook and everything else. So it's a very good use of your marketing dollars. So notice this, we've got Facebook up here, YouTube way up here, and then everybody else is way down here, under 40%. Okay? We're going to talk today about LinkedIn and Twitter. So you can see 25 and 24% of U.S. adults are using LinkedIn and Twitter. Now, yeah, those are way below Facebook and YouTube, but it's still quite a significant amount of people using LinkedIn and Twitter. I was surprised to find that LinkedIn is a little higher than Twitter. So you got a lot of LinkedIn users. A quarter of, 1/4 of American adults are using LinkedIn, which I did find that surprising. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. So one thing to notice, though, so if you only have time to focus on one social media platform, obviously Facebook is going to be the one that you want to focus on, and YouTube. But notice that over the past several years, Facebook is kind of leveled out, right? So they haven't really grown since 2016. But look down here, everybody down here except LinkedIn are growing. So even though Facebook's way up here, these are very strong contenders, okay? Instagram's the next one down, okay? And I'm looking at people's Adam from Amore. So you're using Instagram. Depending on your business, what your business is, if you have visual images that you can post, an Instagram account can be very helpful, especially if your target audience is younger people. Millennials love Instagram, so consider that if you haven't already looked at Instagram. Okay, so let's look at another one here. This is statistics worldwide as of July 2018. So this is also really, really recent statistics. You can see Facebook is in the #1 position up here. This is millions. This is most famous social, that's funny, the most popular social network sites. This is numbers in the millions. So Facebook worldwide has over 2 billion users. That's a lot of people. Worldwide, YouTube is not ahead of Facebook, but it's a close second with about 2 billion users. Twitter and LinkedIn are way down here. Twitter has 336 million and LinkedIn 294 million. So even though it's way below, it's still a very significant audience. Okay, then the last statistics I want to look at. This is a Sprout Social article about what consumers and customers are looking for from the brands and the vendors that they follow on social media. Okay, so a couple of you mentioned you want to know what are good things to do, maybe what not to do on social media. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Okay, so let's start off with these quick facts here. 88% of consumers are annoyed when brands mock their fans. Who knew? Who would guess that? Your customers don't want you to make fun of them on Facebook. Now I know that none of you would ever do that, but it's worth mentioning because it's kind of the thing nowadays to be snarky and sarcastic on Facebook or on social media. So you want to be careful. There's a fine line to that, to being funny, but in a way that does not make people feel like you're making fun of them, okay? But then look at this second one. 3 in 4 consumers appreciate humor from their brands. So they want you to be funny, but they want you to be funny in a very particular way. They don't want to feel like you're making fun of them at all. So keep that in mind if you tend to be snarky and sarcastic. 71% of consumers find brands engaging in politics on social media annoying. It's very hard to avoid that these days. Everybody talks about politics, but remember the good old rules. They still apply. Don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion, okay? You can do it on your personal pages, that's fine, even though that is still risky. If you've got customers who follow you on your personal pages and you say something they don't like, they could unfollow you because of that, so keep that in mind. But definitely, on your business pages, try to stay away from politics, try to stay away from religion. It's just, it's probably not going to help you very much. All right, 1 in 10 messages get a response from a brand. This is very important because what this means is that of all the businesses who have social media pages, only 10% of them are actually responding when their followers leave comments on their page, send them messages. Only 10% are responding. So if you can be in that 10% and be responsive when your followers engage with you on your social media pages, you will be doing a better job than 90% of the businesses who have social media pages. Okay, so this is a very easy way that you can kind of get a leg up on your competition. So what this means is that you need to, either you or somebody on your staff, you need to be checking your Facebook and your other social media pages every single day, several times a day if possible. And when people leave you a comment, when they send you a message, respond. Let them know that you're listening to them and that you care about them. If people send you a message, send a reply. If they leave a comment, if they leave a positive comment, then yes, say, oh, thank you so much, glad you liked our product or our service. If somebody leaves a negative comment, don't delete it. Respond to it, because chances are somebody else, a bunch of other else's, have already seen that negative comment, and if you just delete it, it looks like you're trying to hide that. So a much better way to do is respond to it. Oh, I'm so sorry you had that bad experience. What can I do to make this right? Here's a coupon. Please come back and try again. Okay, something like that. So just respond. That will really help your social media work more effectively for you. Okay, and this last one is 11 hours it takes the average brand to respond to social messages. So the message here is, first of all, respond and respond quickly. If you can respond same day, same hour, when people take the time to comment on your page or send you a message, you're going to be doing better than 90% of your competitors. All right, let's look at a couple of charts here. Behaviors consumers want from brands on social media. Okay, look at the top 3 here. Honest, friendly, helpful. Honest, friendly, helpful. What your followers want to see from you, they just want you to be nice. They want good customer service, okay? They want to feel like you care about them and you are listening to them. You are important to them. So keep that in mind. These are the most important things to convey with your social media presence. Funny is still important, but it's not as important at all as being honest, friendly, and helpful. And people care much less about trendiness, political correctness, and snarkiness, okay? So just be nice. Okay, I got one more chart I want to look at here. All right. Brand actions on social media that prompt consumers to purchase. So what things can you do on your social media pages that will actually encourage people to purchase your products and purchase your services? The number one thing we could have predicted, that's being responsive. So just respond. That goes such a long way. Offer promotions. We're going to show some examples of that. Providing educational content. Depending on what your business is, that could be a very easy, obvious thing to do. Okay, so we've got martial arts here. It would be very easy to make some how-to martial art videos, okay, something like that. There are a lot of different opportunities there. People love that stuff. Sharing interesting visuals. Again, being funny, but it's not the most important thing. Offering exclusive content that is available to your followers only on your Facebook page or your other social media pages. I'll show you some examples of that. Providing behind-the-scenes content, and then much less important, trash-talking competing brands. Don't bother with that. People just want you to be nice. All right, so let's talk about Facebook now. So as we've already seen, Facebook and YouTube are by far the most used social media platforms out there. So I'm going to spend a lot more time talking about Facebook today than the other two. We're also going to talk about Twitter and LinkedIn. Okay, so everybody has personal pages. We've already established that. Everybody has business pages so far, except for Fletcher. You have